What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, consider subscribing. We cover everything from RV living and our travels across the country.
Make sure and give this video a thumbs up also. Today we're going to talk to you about 9 tips that we have for buying a RV. Whether or not you're going to be seasonal user or weekend warrior or full-timers.
And these tips are specific to floor plans, not necessarily what type of coach you should buy or what brand you should buy, but specifically looking at the different kind of floor plans for your specific needs.
Yeah.
So our first tip is you want to look at as many RVs as possible, because the more you see, the more you know what you do and you don't like.
Correct. Yeah, very important. And a lot of people make that mistake. They walk in, find one that they like, and they stop looking.
So our second tip is your front door location. We've been in a few RVs that put their front door in a slide box, and if you're in a narrow spot with your slides out, your stairs may fall into your neighbor's site. So front door location is a big one you want to look at.
The third important tip is look at floor plans that when your slides are pulled in, that you can access everything. So like when our slides are all in, we can still get into our bed, we can still use the shower, the toilet, the refrigerator, so we have access to everything without having to pull out slides. The importance of that is if we ever pull off on the side of the highway, and you need to use the restroom, or if we're gonna go to a truck stop and it's just not appropriate to pull out your slides, it's convenient for those type of situations.
Our fourth tip is storage, and that's not only inside storage but outside storage as well. And we recommend that you really know your hobbies and know how much space your hobbies are going to take up. Like for instance, my hobby is pew-pews and reloading ammo for my pew-pews. So I have to take into consideration enough space to store my guns as well as the materials I need to reload ammunition.
Right, and I like things like sewing and arts and crafts. So you have to think about, do you have a cabinet space or an area large enough to be able to store a sewing machine? Because obviously that's not a necessity on the road, but when you're full-time, if you want to do hobbies, you need to think about spaces for your hobbies.
The other thing you want to look at is space-saving ideas. So we both have a hobby that requires a table. And we'll put a link up here to a video that we made in regards to the DeWalt folding table that we both use, her for her craft time and me for my pew time.
Yeah, we also use it for like when we have friends over to play cards, or so it's a very versatile table. So tip number 5 when looking at floor plans is areas. Like, does the coach have specific areas that can be kind of used, like he has a space and I have a space? So for example, he works from home. We modified our RV to create a office space for him. We have a TV in the living room. We have a TV in the bedroom. So it allows me, if I want to watch TV in the bedroom and be completely separate from him so I don't interrupt him, or you can do things like I watch TV in the living room while he's working, but I wear Bluetooth headphones so that way it doesn't bother him. So there's ways to adapt, but just kind of think about if you're a couple that need space from each other, or if you're traveling with a family, you might want to think about a toy hauler or a bunkhouse to be able to separate everybody out, because living in small spaces can be tricky. So we do okay, right?
Tip number 6 is you want to make sure, if you're a bigger couple like we are, she's tall for a female and I'm taller and wider for a male, you want to make sure you have a shower and a toilet that you fit on, because those are 2 big parts of your life.
Yes.
And if you don't fit on them, it's just going to be annoying.
Right.
So the one thing we look for is a porcelain toilet and a shower wide enough that I can wash my hair without hitting my elbows and my shoulders on the walls, because there have been some that I can't even fit my shoulders in. So
no. I don't really run into the issue with the shower and the toilet like him, but ladies, if you're tall, I'm 5'8", and so when I've walked through some coaches that if I hold my blow dryer up, I can't because the ceiling is too low. So that's another thing to think about with, blow dryers, curling irons, that type of stuff. Do you have enough clearance above your head? All right, tip number 7 is plan for kitchen countertop appliances and your dishes and basically anything that you would find in your kitchen. You walk into a lot of these rigs and they look like nice kitchens, and then if you sit there and really stare at them for a second, start opening up cabinets, you'll realize there's nowhere to store an Instapot or a crock pot, or there's nowhere to store a coffee pot or a toaster, or some of them you can't even fit full-size cups in. So it's just kind of really look at the kitchen and think about the items you already own that you're going to put into the RV, and think about where it would work before you would buy that RV.
So tip number 8 is, if you can't find a floor plan that you like, think about the bones of the structure. And if you're able to take out a couch or a section of cabinetry, that you can build the floor plan to what you want, kind of like what we did. We've taken out a couch, we've added a desk, we've taken out our other couch and gone to a love seat so that the dogs have more room. Think about what you can do to maximize your floor plan for your needs.
Right. And easy modifications. There's so many. Look on Pinterest and all different places to find ideas, and pretty much think of it as a house. You can definitely modify it to make it your own.
Mm-hmm. It is the last one. Yes.
Last but not least, this is always a debate that I see in forums. Washer and dryer or no washer and dryer? I tell everyone, doesn't matter if you're full-time, a seasonal, or a weekend warrior, buy an RV that at least has washer and dryer hookups. So that way you have the capability, if you decide down the road to add them, you can. I would not be caught dead without my washer and dryer. I've had an RV without, and I've had an RV with, and I will always and forever own an RV with a washer and dryer. We don't ever have to find laundromats. We can, if we stop for one night, I can just hurry up and wash one load. When he was a nurse, he'd come home with his scrubs. They went straight into the washing machine. We didn't have to worry about dirty clothes piling up, the smell, any of that. So I'm 100% a fan of washer and dryer. So make sure and weigh out the pros and cons. I did a video on that a long time ago. So we'll put the link here or here, whichever side it's going on. So
one of these places.
Yeah, I think it's this way. But so obviously this isn't a full list of all of our advice for finding a floor plan. These are just our kind of top 9 things to think about.
We couldn't even come up with one more to get a round number top 10.
No, I just wanted to keep it under 10, okay? Short and sweet, to the point. We hope that all these tips help you. Just do your research. Really think about what you need for your family, for your type of travel. And do you have anything else?
If you have any questions or comments, or you feel like we missed something on the floor plan layout, feel free to drop us a comment below. We do our best to answer all the comments. And until next time, we'll see you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.